All right. Cold. We have some updates. Got some new wheels. Let me start off with a question. Does anybody know what style of wheels these are? They are not Vossen, because Vossen will have an emboss or a stamp on the lip of the rim. They kind of look like Alzor 084s, but I don't know. They came off of a 17 Audi A3. They're not the VSF 2s from Vossen, but they are 18 by 8.5 by 42. And if you're curious on a Mercedes, you will need a spacer for the 400E calipers up front. Not so much sure on this caliper style yet, which is the single piston, because this is a 300 TE. So I'm not sure on the wagon or the non V8 version, because obviously bigger brakes, but I'm hoping that that'll go away when I fix the caliper issue when I go to the bigger what is it, the S500 or S550 chassis or whatever it is. It's like a 2002 S500 or something like that. Anyway, W500 or I can't remember. But the Brembo is the 4-pot from the bigger car, because you run those with SLK calipers on the front or rotors. Everything bolts up, gives you a good offset. It should clear because they're obviously bigger brakes. Anyway, getting on track. We got new headlights for it. So these are facelifted headlights of a 95, I believe, and Euro lenses. They clip right in. Okay, so if anybody's looking for this question, there's your answer. They clipped right in. You don't need this so much anymore because it doesn't hit the screw. But here's my other one. I got these only because I saw them online at the junkyard, and they were one piece. I get there and kids were smashing them in, and I hate people now or because of that. So, but it gave me an opportunity to test this theory out. Here's my new one. Right there. They're TYCs. I wonder if this has a part number on it. Probably not, but I got the left and right. They're on eBay. It's just the replacement lenses. Oh, there's your part number. TYC 20-3090. And this one is 91. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. Right there. So your left and your right hand. When you're popping them off, you will need to unscrew that one screw. I don't know if this passenger side. Is this passenger? Nope, this was driver's side. Driver's side's got the beautiful. Yeah, this one was missing my screw, so this one I should be able to quickly pop it off for you. Yep, there we go. Home stretch. One-handed too. Clippity clip, flippity flop. Come on. Come on, Lee. Come on. Somewhere in my pockets is a screwdriver. Oh, there it is. Flathead. Just to get in here. Oh, wow. This is actually really different. Okay, here we go. Sorry. You don't need to watch as much as I want to say you do. Okay. Let me get these before I break them. Out of here. Set them right here. Beautiful. Get out of my way. Styrofoam, I don't love you. Just like that. Fit and pulls right off. You know what I'm saying? No, it doesn't. Oh, yeah. Right in the finger. Get out of there. And installation is the exact same. I'm actually going to leave it because I tried it on the first one. I'll actually clean these before I install them. Shaky shake. Shaky shake. That's a spring on the back. So, and then just installation obviously clips right back in. Wham bam. I'm gonna clean these because they are filthy. You can see the dirt and delightfulness. I want to make sure these are clean. I wish I would have been smarter and would have ran a translucent yellow in there and made it look cool, but I like the cleaner looks, so whatever. Anyway, on to the next one, the Turbo Turd. We got a bunch of goodies for it. Stainless steel cats, 2 of them. I got flagged for emissions, and I thought I was going to be good because I've been passing for the past 4 years on it. I'm not. So here we are. We're going to redesign it with 2 cats because that's why they failed me. Not the catch can. Surprising. Doesn't make sense. But we have Seems Legit's 135i caliper adapter kits. We have an RTD self-centering shifter. We have my Porsche 996 rears with Rally Road adapter hardware, which is right there. And they look like they're universal, so it doesn't matter which direction they go on. So that's good. They do have shims to make it so that the centering is perfect, which is nice. I'm more than likely gonna sell these on top of that with my 996 calipers, which are up front with Rally Road stainless steel braided lines, because obviously already got bigger. There is a bigger brake kit that I am seriously contemplating and selling the 135i calipers to pick those up, but I would be selling them with the pads, the rotors, the adapter kits, the hardware, and the rear brakes obviously, but not the 996, because the rear new calipers that I want run E90 rotors, which are a 360 millimeter instead of the 345, which is the M3. I believe that's right. Something like that. Anyway, we dropped a lot of money. Finally, I'm gonna put to use this. Wow, there's that other piece of glass. Cool. This is a Seems Legit hard mount diff piece. You basically weld this onto the subframe, bolt this on. It gets rid of this, the nut that backs out. It, regardless if you do polyurethane, it backs itself out. Like I said, I gotta redo my downpipe so that it snakes down underneath, and it has the 2 cats. Put my O2s in line and my wideband on the outside, that way, or vice versa. Or I might have all 3 on front and not give a shit. Who knows? Figure that one out when I get into that stage. RTD's Select M3 DSSR. Seems Legit's valve cover to AN, an aluminum valve cover. I'm not top mount, but it looks good. So I'm gonna paint that. I have an M3 diff right here that I may rehome, I may use. I'm more than likely gonna rehome it, but so if anybody's looking for one, have a complete assembly right here, right now. I'm ready to rumble to go somewhere else. I have a Get Reg 420 right here, and the drive shaft and the trans mount, so that's why this one's going to get that work. And then with my toilet bowl action, I'm actually, because the transmission is going to be out, I'm going to weld up and make this all cleaner, better. Grab an E39 washer bottle tank so it sits right here out of the way, so it looks cleaner and I can actually use my washer nozzles. I haven't done anything with the 190 brakes yet. Those are still sitting here. The 190, a lot of 190 stuff is actually still sitting around. I haven't touched it because I've been driving it as a daily. 240 is done. We now have this car, my buddy's car. Or another buddy, whichever one. I have a lot of those. We are converting it to the red interior, the red leather. The door panels, the carpet. The door panels are going to go to more race mode pull string attachments. And the carpet's going to get stained black, same with the rear deck. And we may or may not flock the dash. I don't know what his plan is with that, but that's the game plan. Its current paint color is Sunburst Gold, I believe. It's a Ford color, which isn't bad. But we're gonna M50 swap that. Well, 52 with 50 covering. I have all the attachments for that. I have all this for E36 stuff. And then I had another friend send their rod through the oil pan because they didn't pay attention while they were hot lapping it and let it go. So that's gonna be fun. He's already dropped off his Eagle rods, control arms. This is actually for his Honda that's here. DKM disc, an Achilles oil pump, because you have an oil issue, you might as well attack it. Hopwood's M12 conversion. I know I'll get a lot of slack for it, but we're just gonna blind hole tap it. Obviously, I'm gonna heat the motor up. I'm gonna get it up to around ambient temperature of 100 degrees out here, and then I'm gonna slightly, slowly, if I have to, because it's wintertime here, I may take it inside, bake the motor for a minute at 300 degrees for 20 minutes, I believe. Should get it up to around 100 and so. Put my torque guide on it, tap it, drill it and tap it. Process that I'm gonna do, and I'm sure I'll get hate for it, and I may just end up just blind hold cold tapping it. So just doing it by hand, going slow, going straight. I have the guide that I bolt down on 4 holes, and that way they're always centered. I won't mess it up, kind of thing. And run with Hopwood's new head studs, which will be nice. And I think that's everything going on in here. I do have a new front bumper. I have an AMG front bumper. I can't remember what brand it is. I can't pronounce it. It starts with a Z, but that's cool. And we're just gonna tackle, I gotta tackle the new motor in the wagon because I blew that. I still am planning to V8 swap it, so that's why I haven't put this in. I just don't know which V8 I'm gonna run with. The Honda's done, 240's done, Benz is on its way, Beamer is done, this Beamer is on its way, this one is on its way. I have a hood for a facelift, which will probably go on the wagon just because it still has the facelifted headlights. And I need to fix this wheel, and that's why I'm asking about the wheel, is because it's cracked and I can't find a replacement. So that should be everything going on in here. I do need to get new seats for this, and I'm going to get I believe it's Ravens. Oh, it's a Canadian, oh my goodness. A Canadian roll cage for this car. It's a half cage, and it bolts right in, and I believe it was like $800. So I'm excited to be able to snag that, drop it in here, run my bucket seats, and run this car the way I built it to be ran. So, other than that, worst case, this goes back to NA with a roll cage and a 6-speed. And at that point, I will throw the LSD in it and call it a night. And we will have 4 pots in the rear and 6 in the front. And hopefully she bites and sticks and stays on the road and stops. But I believe that's enough talking your ears off. Until next time on another update. Hopefully we can actually have a running and driving transmission and go from there. All right, stay tuned.